Kuma Clan, Kuma Clan. Just checking in with you guys. Going to give you a quick update. We've been doing our due diligence, proper research, putting time in. Okay, we're back on schedule, back on track. So we're going to go over some things here. Just going to go over some things real quick. Jump into the charts, jump into the stats. Okay, so my Kuma Clan and my Hina Inu family. Once again, if you're here for the first time, please hit that like button, turn on all your notification bells, and comment Kuma Clan Diamond Hands. All right? We're going to jump into the charts, see where we're at with things, look what direction we're heading at. Okay? So Kuma Inu. We're going to go into the Kuma and then the Hina, and we're just going to jump into this. All right? Now, with Kuma Inu, once again, guys, if you look at the prior videos, I see where I look at us on an uptrend in a way. We're establishing new lower highs here. Okay, we're currently at the 36. We're down 8.7% for the day. Okay, and from our all-time high, which was basically a month ago, 28 days, we're down 39% here. For trading volume, our trading volume is definitely down for the day, but we're holding stability. Because when I look at these projects and I'm looking at stability, establishing new lower highs, So if you look at Kuma, I believe we're establishing these new lower highs, At one point, our lower high was the 20. That was the new, and I'm now seeing us to be at the 30 now, which is great. It's a great step up from what where we came at, where we came from. Yeah, so I'm looking at our new lower high as at the 30 mark. Okay, this computer catch up with me and we'll be okay. Yeah, so as you can see, on October, that was the 30th, is when we tested that and went under that, So that's pretty cool. And this is after this big run up, of course, where we tapped at the 60, pulled back, and just looking for our new pattern of consolidation, where we're consolidating at, what is our new support levels, things of that nature. And I'm looking for everybody, we're going to keep our on 30. We're doing great. Good thing is holders are continually to increase. Okay, so this, when I see holders increasing, especially at the run up and stuff like that, I'm looking at this as these holders increase, they're adding to the foundation of the new number, the new point system. Because of course, as more people come into the space, the market is going to go up. But once more people come into space, you're always going to have fluctuation in the market, but you have your support zones where it's like, we're going to fluctuate above this zone here, though, So I'm looking at a zone for us to keep an eye on fluctuating above would be, excuse me, what is that doing? Computer's acting a little slow today. But yeah, I'm looking for our new level of comfort to stay at above the 30 Kumas, okay? Most people are like, well, we shot up to the 60, and what, that's crazy. We pulled back. No, this run just occurred. So I'm looking at a lot of people came in around the 13. New support level is now 30. So to lock the 30 in is to lock in the profits, lock in growth, lock in development, build with the Kumas. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't offer financial advice. Just keep you up to date, thoughts, plays, types of things I'm into in the market, So with that being said, that is a great support level for us. So, pretty much good on that, okay? Great on that. We're looking great. Looking great, guys. Great. And also, when I'm looking at the market in the space, we must sometimes, we're going to talk about the Kuma, we're going to talk about the Hina, but sometimes we're going to just pass through the market. We're going to breeze through a lot of different things that are in relation to us, just in my point of view, my thoughts, my idea, things of that nature. So we're going to look at it like this. We look at Hina Inu, okay? For Hina Inu, I'm also looking at our support levels, okay? And, I don't know. These projects always got a lot of coincidence going on. So who knows? Whatever. But I'm looking at our support level also for the 30 here, okay? The 30, we're down 43.3% from our all-time high, which occurred 23 days ago Hinas. Okay, so when we look at this, I'm looking at we had this run up here. Okay, which was this October 17th. It's a whole, working on another month. So I'm looking at this as a long-term period of widespread consolidation. But the great thing about this run up here, you had your loyal Hinas. They was into the ride. They rode up the wave. But we have established a great support level over the 30. If you look at this, every time it gets down, it starts to, the lowest it's got closer to that. That was before the listing, which was the 6th of November. But we batted right above that. So I'm just looking for, to keep an eye on that as our main support level, for the last month. So that'd be great. We maintain consolidation. What is the next step for the Hina Inus? Well, when we look at a project like this, we look at our trading volume. Okay, we're looking for that volume to increase. How does it increase? Marketing, people joining the space, joining the family of Hina Inus, joining the movement, joining the army, pushing in a direction. So we keep an eye on the growth of our tribe, our family. So we look at the Hina Inu, and we're at 14,555, which is pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool, guys. Some of us remember this when this was at the 11,000 to 12,000. Depending on when you joined the movement of Kumas, then you'll be up to date. Okay, so we're actually, we can estimate and just guesstimate, give or take, on or about. We've gained close to 2,000 followers. So we have to look at, holders. So we have to look at people entering the space. The project, they see it, they like it, they buy it, they join the Hinas, join the Kumas. Okay? So that is another great thing for the direction we're heading in. When I'm looking at all of these markets, right? We talked about crypto, we talked about DeFi, we know our blockchains, we know about all of these things, and we're looking at. Always try to keep a broad eye on the whole market at times, even though I look at it like this, like I want to have my team, my Kumas, my Hinas, my sports team, my football team, my basketball team, and I want these. I love the whole game of sports, but I'm actually just a fan of this team only. Actually, yeah, and even if we're losing, I'm still a fan. That's what real fans do. Kumas, Hinas. So we're gonna watch all of the other sports games sometimes. So I'm not gonna just worry about we're playing today. We're actually gonna watch them guys and see what type of players they got on their team. Because at the end of the day, if we're looking at that from that perspective, we look at it the market as a whole. That's what I like to look at the market as a whole. Where is the market going? This new technology, what direction is it heading? Realistically, okay? So we jump into the Shiba Inu. Shiba had a great breaking the internet type of effect for everybody, okay? So we had this run up here. We got a great run up. We started before the real run up of the Shiba started. So had a great run up also, which look at the Saturday 23rd of October. We can even go back further than that, and we can see that this project is doing great. Okay, it's doing great. All-time high 12 days ago, 35.6% down from that. And I say this because of this, right? Look at October, this and that, etc. Yada yada. Okay, we had a run up. I'm looking for new lower high to maintain above the 50. Okay, we've tested that point. As you can see, we tested it. We went up. We went above it. We batted. We're forming we're forming. Hopefully, which would lead to this consolidation between the 50 and the 60, bouncing back and forth until the next breakout. Because that's usually what happens with these things, guys. These things run up. They'll find a wide range of consolidation. People will start speculating. This is the new high. I'm looking for this as a resistance point, and they'll have like 50 resistance levels, and it breaks 10 of them, and everybody panic. So a lot of times when I give resistance levels, guys, I'm going to give one solid one. Because I believe that adds to the FUD when you start, you got 5 to 10 different resistance levels instead of being, just be a little broad with it. Sometimes, we're talking about a stock. Sometimes it will fluctuate deeper than what we expect, We're looking at this. That's why I love these wave patterns. I do my candlesticks and, things of that nature before we get into it, of course. But when I do the visualization and overall speculation, once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't offer financial advice. But it's just, helps me understand the people because we're looking at something that's driven by the people, fully decentralized for the people. So looking for us to maintain above this 50 range, the Shibas, okay? We are Kumas, we are Hinas. Why do we look at these projects? Why do we look at the specs? Because this is new technology and it's all growing as a whole. These are the meme coins, okay? If you notice, that's what we're going to focus on. Now, would we focus on other coins that will affect us? Of course. It's just common sense. So I'm looking at the specs of that. Where are these projects going to go? How many people will be in this project? Because the bench will get full. It's not going to be 1,000 meme coins. It's not going to be 200 meme coins, okay? So I'm looking to be realistic about this new thing with these meme coins. Meme coins are going to be a part of the crypto space. It's like a lighten up type of feeling. Like, okay, it's a meme, lighten up. Like the channel, it's a meme, lighten up. So with that being said, I'm looking to see which are the ones that will fill the bench of the meme coins, the meme tokens. Okay, so how do we do that? How do we gain an understanding of that? Of course, by looking at the first ones to enter the space. Of course, if you could say Bitcoin's father time, you could say a Dogecoin is father time for the meme coins. Things of that. You can go in that direction. Okay, so Doge reminds me is your Bitcoin in a way for the meme space. It meaning that this coin is a very important player of the game. No matter what it's been through. I've talked to another crypto guy. He does a lot of crypto. We was having a speculation on, Doge. He brushed it off. He's a Cardano, Solano type of person. I'm a Kuma. I'm a Hina. We don't change. We build our family. So, he's never really, he didn't, he wants to try to brush off, of course, our projects. That's why I looked at this as like and I was telling him this is more of we all have our teams that we like. You can assume and you can guess, but I'm going to put my assumptions and my guess where I'm comfortable at. You can say Solano, they was happy or Litecoin went up. I guess it was like 40, $50 in the last month, whatever. And, people see these specs, and I believe all of these specs are vibrating independently, but like the human race together, unknowingly. So these things affect us, all right? So I'm looking at Dogecoin. See, Dogecoin has 62.5% down from its all-time high, which is the 73. Pretty cool, okay? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, we're not going to turn our back on the Doge because other people try to contaminate the Doge family. They need to be repaired. They need assistance. Kumas. Okay? So when we look at this, right? We're looking at Friday, June 2021. This is November, guys, okay? And I see this, right? Then we look right here, August 9th, 2021. So Doge has a supreme strong resistance, obviously, at the 20 so far, okay? So I'm looking for Doge to, and it's been maintaining that, and if we look at Doge, we look at holders, which is also growing, things of that nature, this project will have a breakout soon. I'm definitely seeing that. Okay. As far as what stopped it from the breakout, the SNS time is passing. People are, going to grow weary. Who cares? Life goes on. People don't hold grudges. This is crypto. People lose, get a little, you get a little cautious and you realize like, okay, that's over. I'm looking at their community. They have a strong community. They have the holders. They have the support. Trading volume is always looking great, as far as in comparison to us. So, this project is going to have some growth. This project is going to move soon, and I believe it will move with a lot of force. Kumas. That's just my belief. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't offer financial advice. Just give you thoughts, ideas, aspirations, things I received from the big Kuma. Just keep you up to date, okay? So, with that being said, we're going to jump into Father Time, the architect of the world of cryptocurrencies. So we look at the Bitcoin, right? We have to look at this, guys, okay? We're 2.4% down from our all-time high, which occurred 11 hours ago. This affects the Hina. This affects the Kuma. Because once again, Bitcoin to me will be the fish tank. Or the fish, we're the fish though. The Bitcoin's the fish tank, and all the other little coins are the fishes in the tank. And these coins in this tank will only grow as big as this tank. So as long as the tank of Bitcoin continues to, build itself and expand, that gives room for these coins to grow. So we're looking at all-time high. Okay, that was the 68, 641.57. Pretty cool. Once again, we talked about people say they believe Bitcoin is going to hit 100,000 by the end of the year. I am in strong disbelief of that. Okay, I will stand on that. Now, did I say Bitcoin, it's going to breach 70,000 hopefully in the next month? Hopefully it's going to go above that. Of course, those are more realistic things. So this, honestly, Bitcoin's moving in the direction I perceived it to move. Like if I had millions of dollars and I put it in Bitcoin, I'm looking for certain percentages. Some people are, I'm just going to buy Bitcoin. And, I love Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin too. I just realistically, as somebody who's got people that use these currencies to purchase for purchases and online purchases. Some people use them for invest. Some people want to grow. I just do not just see Bitcoin just doubling up in the blink of an eye like that. Due to market cap, we're talking doubling the trillion. It's a lot, guys. It's a lot. You're talking about a lot of money getting pumped into this thing. Okay, so that's what I am against. Now, do I see Bitcoin is not going? No, of course. It is the spearhead for everything, but this thing is going at a strong rate. It's powerful, This is the most serious of all the coins. So what I mean by that is I see Bitcoin, you see how it hits the 68? I see it pushing, testing that all the time. It's going to move slowly. Not these explosions. And to me, when you look at a coin being 68,000, somebody be going on 70,000, right? And we're talking about another 30,000 in value, which of course we're looking at the percentage of the market cap has to increase by that same, in reference to that value. So I'm looking at that as no, I don't see that happening before the end of the year. I see this moving. I see it hitting that 100,000. In the beginning of next year, you got your your February, your Marches, your Aprils. I see pushing and getting around that area and pushing slowly forward to astronomical levels because the technology is all still new. I'm looking at 10 years from now where Bitcoin. So I see Bitcoin continuing to grow for some time, but slowly. I'm gonna just triple up. So we're gonna have a $3 trillion market cap the next day, like like these other altcoins and meme coins. It's just like the reason these other coins are doing that because they're newer technologies. All of these technologies will fill the space, and then they will push forward slowly, like any other thing in the stock market, because everybody knows about it now. Once the whole earth knows about it, we're going to find an overall type of stability in this market, period. Unless we're going to have a mass sell-off out of nowhere because of some type of low, that's called outside intervention. But without that and just normal growing and growing, once everybody knows about it, I'm going to have some type of overall stability, So that's the great thing when you see Bitcoin hitting its all-time high. And of course, Bitcoin in relation to Ethereum breaks its all-time high 12 hours ago. Okay, so when you see these actions, you gain an understanding of the markets. Like, okay, this is Bitcoin's the quarterback. This is the receiver, and you got your linebackers. And, you can break down the understanding of what direction these markets are heading to. Now, the reason I keep an eye on Bitcoin, Ethereum, I look at Litecoin here and there, but I'm keeping an eye on these coins because they are the most powerful in the overall market. You have lots of coins out there, but these coins do not affect us. As far as us in a meme space, of course, we keep track of the other meme funny guys on the crypto block and listen to the things we receive from the Kumas. So we keep up to date on these things, all right? So with that being said, we can see here the Inu maintaining this range from here to 30 into the 40. You see it pops up over the 40. Okay, this is like the little, it just pokes its head over the ocean and it comes down and it's, because when they're going on, there's a lot of emotions that's swinging with this stock. You see this big W here. It's a lot of emotions that went into that W. A lot of people lost, a lot of people gained, things of that nature. Because imagine if you would have sold at all of these tips and, and brought in at all of the bottoms. It would have been like great day. It's been a great Christmas this year. So what I'm meaning by that is this. This is what we're looking at with this. This is what I'm seeing. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't offer financial advice. Give you thoughts, ideas, things I received from the big Kumas, and just making sure that we're all on the same page. And if you're here for the first time, please hit that like button, ring your notification bells, and comment Kuma Klan Diamond Hands. Okay? So with that being said is this. I look at us as, when I see this thing fluctuate like this. Is always this little game. I think it was an Atari or one of these little games with the little ball that's bouncing between the little brackets, and you're hitting it with your little paddle. So this is funny. It's just funny thought. But anyway, with that being said, is this we have the bouncing effect, right? I'm seeing this maintain this consolidation. I'm looking for a breakout here, guys. I'm looking for us to maintain our stability above the 30. Then I'm looking for us to break out after that. Okay, because that's usually the pattern that follows with these types of things. Kumas. Okay? And cryptos, in some way, we can say it's like we're all independent. We say these things like all these coins are independent, yeah, but they all are in relation to each other. They're all on the same, specs, the same spaces. A lot of these coins are written on the same blockchains, things of that nature. A lot of them follow after Ethereum, the ERC20 tokens. You got these things going on. But the main concern is this: when I see these things, you can't pinpoint these patterns. Most of these guys are speculators, and when they're wrong, they can't be honest and say, dude, I was wrong. Like, they got to sugarcoat it and smooth it over. Here at the Kuma Clan. And once again, if you're here for the first time, hit that like button, ring your notification bells, and comment Kuma Clan Diamond Hands. We have never missed a thought. We are flawless. I had a guy, and I was talking to a guy in comments. He's like, yeah, we could promote you, we gonna get you some more views, more. We don't see at the Kumas, we're gonna grow strong and steadily. You know why? Because we are not wrong. So I'm looking at the Kumas as more of a small knit of a family, close together, because you have to have been here with all of these specific videos to understand the nature of the Kuma. Once again, if you're here for the first time, ring your like button, notification bells, and comment Kuma Clan Diamond Hands. Now, if you were here since the first video, it's different. We started with 80 people, and we're growing, but people have things to do in life. Nobody wants to listen to somebody talk for 10, 20 videos. I don't know how many uploads we had right now, guys. But for the people who by universally were here, it's an energy that's there. Because we know where these projects were at. We discussed the rise. You see, I've seen all of these projects rise, and I don't want to be speaking circles because, okay, we got all these new subscribers, so I got to say this just in case they don't know. No, it's just that do your due diligence, do your proper research, hit the notification bells, ring, 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 like, subscribe, comment Kuma Clan Diamond Hands for the Kumas. Okay, so with that being said, we are not and never, and we will do our proper due diligence. We'll do the research, Kumas. We're not in a rush to upload videos every second. Yeah, it's upload, just to get the views and the great content. It's like, as Kumas in a family, we got to look out for each other and just, Kuma through the day. Okay. So we have actually been just on key with so many things, So it's like, I love that. It's like slow and steady. It's like a steady walk with the Kumas. We walk through the space. We walk through the video, So it's like anybody who actually has been with the Kumas is up over. We can keep going into that 100+%, guys. It's like, even though it's like when they think I'm dead, we're still up, So it is what it is. But whatever. No, we just found the gem, and we're just all, and we're going to continue to grow. And if you do enter the space, you catch you off into the Kumas a little later, your journey will be a little longer than other Kumas that's been here, okay? Other Shibas, because I've been around before all of these spikes that's occurring now, and that's basically what it is, I've been around before all of these spikes. I'm not just coming around, this one, all of these. We brought in way past all of these spikes. So knowing this and understanding, because you got people that's going to read books. I'm like, I just read this book about crypto and DeFi. What? If you have seen, it's like somebody reading about your son in a diary that you've been watching grow, sun up, sun down. It's like you gain an understanding of the nature of the child. It's like us going to the jungle and telling a lion that we read about it. Yeah, we read about you in the book, and we know you like to eat this and that, and you hunt this, and the lion's gonna look at you like, what? And we're telling this other lion about his brother because we read this. It's like, what? I'm in the jungle with it. How dare you? That's what it is. So when you have and develop a relationship, not because some people are not loyal to their what they believe in. It's like sports in a way. You got to find your, because everything will pop, the bubble will come, and many cryptos will pass. So, as just doing my own due diligence and proper research, I am not just going to have a broad portfolio in a space of a bubble. That is the trick. So, if you're in a bubble, right? You say, well, I'm in a bubble. Okay. If I'm going to diversify something, I'm going to diversify that on the stock market. I am not going to diversify a crypto portfolio. That's just in my personal view. And everybody can, some people say tomato, some say tomato. Okay, but I look at it as get the job done. So you can tell me in the most educated way about 100 BlockFi's, Wi-Fi's, DeFi, smart contracts, and I need to see success and progression off of the information. If not, you're just blowing steam and blowing smoke up my bum hole. Come on. Okay, so I don't like slick talkers. I'm a New Yorker, so I don't like where you can't just say, you are not going to throw around 6-letter words and try to wrap up a piece of cake and all of this gold foil and make it so sophisticated when it's so simple. You're not going to do this here. Okay, you say this, okay, you have this information, let me see results. That's all. Let me all my speculation, because I've had that discussion with a guy. I was telling him, say, we should do a debate, and we should, because we want to go live. We're gonna get the little, the Kuma office, the land, the whatever. We're gonna get a little den or something, and then we're gonna do that. But I realized about watching all of the specs and the speculations. Let's talk about facts. You see, as a guy who's ran businesses, I want to see things get done. I need results. Results pay bills. Results do. So when we're just talking and I'm talking to investors and I'm looking at it like, how much did this guy really profit this last year off of this? And this, because ain't that all of this? All of these charts is only leading up to one thing. To give you a better position to do what? Oh, well, I made some profit. I did. That's all it is. So you can say, oh, candlesticks, price analysis, Wi-Fi, D. Okay, great. Most 98 point, all of the people, forget it. I'm not even giving all that. All of them are in here to further develop finances. This is this is cryptocurrencies. It's like billing. It's like a big stamp on it. So when I'm looking at the stamp and it's saying cryptocurrency, I need to know how much crypto you're making. If not, you're just more a preacher. You just I like actions to be the words. Sometimes it can be silent and you can be loud. You can be silent, but you can be loud. Kumas, okay? And what I mean by results is facts. This is the percentage of where we're at here. I did this, I used this. You can tell me it all smart later, but just let me know we got it done. Because the longer you talk, the longer I'm scratching the back of my mind. We're avoiding the facts. Let's not avoid the facts, okay? So the facts of the Shiba, the Kuma, and the Doge. We've seen these rises and we've seen which direction these projects were going to. We've seen the spike up. So I'm looking at, for example, the Shiba Inu. You had the run up. You had this run up. You had the sell. Which is great. I like this position right here because this was the metallic butyrene thing, things of that nature. That was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Most people didn't like it. That's the reason I got into Shiba Inu. When I heard like, wow, he sold this and gave it to Kova and it went down, it didn't make any sense because he sells all of the, he gets rid of this, burns this, and then it drops. That means all of them coins disappeared from circulation. So by this, all of this occurring here, that was my debate at the time. I'm not nowhere surprised because I've stated if this had a run up, right, and he burns all of these, large amount of these coins and it drops, that means this whole run up occurred before all of the burning and all of the donations. So if I got rid of less water in a bucket, why is it more heavier? That makes no sense. It should be lighter. So when it dropped, that was more of like a mirage. It was a temporary, okay, quick panic. But I looked at it when it had the same energy to push it here. It's like, it's like you're lifting a 100-pound weight and then you take the 10 pounds. It's so light, so the drive up was going to be very simple, after the burning and the this and, it's like you burnt and went down. Most people think you burn and go up. So being that it went backwards, I looked at it as like a boomerang. It's when it goes up, it's going, and that's what that's the thought process that got the job done. Okay, so when I came into the Shiba and things of that nature, that really, because it was more like a compounding effect into the Shiba. I did compounding with that, compound into it, compound save into that. So when that energy came back, it was great. Now, could it have been better? Yes. I was reading a guy, and this is one thing, this is very important. Once again, you're here for the first time, hit your like button, ring the notification bells, and comment Kuma Klan Diamond Hands. Do your due diligence. Do your research. Everything counts. If you get bored, you're not ready to deal with the specs. You're getting paid to deal with the specs. You're getting paid to do your due diligence and research. Because the more you do your due diligence and research, the more you profit. Kuma. Okay? Now, guys, I love projects. I love the Hina, and I'm going to be honest, Kumas, I have a very great love for the Hina Inu, okay? But we're going to get into that also. What makes this so powerful and so important, guys, this was a great story. This is very, very important, critical. Okay, there was a guy, right, he purchased, I believe he said he purchased $2,000 worth of Shiba Inu, okay? This was around last year. He sold that out for his first profit. I think he said he got 67 trillion. And the Kumas, we do our research. We're all in the specs. We're all in the telegrams. We're in the Reddits, I listen to the posts from the admins and developers of multiple projects. The reason I have a love for these small projects because it gives me that personal feeling like, wow, I'm part of this. Instead of me coming in Bitcoin, I don't feel like I'm part of it. I feel like I'm, like I'm nobody. I don't even own a Bitcoin. Like the frick, like you got people who own 15 Bitcoins, 20 Bitcoins, probably 1,000 Bitcoin. I just feel like I'm not. I'm buying into it basically, because I came in when the getting was already good. So I don't deserve no special position in the Bitcoin. Whatever. But when I look at it, Hina Inu, Kuma Inu, for the investors here, you have to look at it, guys. These things is going to grow, 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 grow. So you can feel that personal connection after a certain amount of the coin you own. You feel a part of the community. So you talk to developers, you do this, you might need donations, you might donate to you. Why not invest into your own? I don't see nothing wrong with donating to something I'm believing in and investing into. So we need donations to get to listings and think, yeah, let me send a little donation or whatever I can scramble up, because it's like self-investment. So I like that part of that. Then you got your Telegram groups that you got projects that have developers that are very interactive with the communities, guys. So that has to be a way. And when you have these projects with such transparency, I love it. And that's what I get from the Hina Inu sister Kuma family. Okay? So that is what happens there, okay? So with this guy telling his story, because I'm just helping you understand that, where did the energy from the story come from? Which is factual. Because this people have socialism. You communicate. You got your telegrams. You got, people post their accounts. They screenshot them. They tell you their story of what they've been through. And I hope to tell y'all my story with full transparency of what I've been through with the Kuma to the Hina to growth and to development into life-changing things. And we'll all be here together as we all change and enhance our lives. So this guy brought $2,000, okay, and he purchased 67 trillion Shiba Inu. And this was way before these rises here, okay? He sold out for a profit of $18,000. He sold at the $20,000. He was happy. He sold for a profit of $18,000. This guy has went back, thought about that 67 trillion, did the math, and he would have been up a whopping $87 million, give or take. Okay? So this transition, from this transition and this test to this, has changed many lives. He would have been up $87 million off of $2,000. Okay? So we have to understand what is going on here in these specs and these spaces and be serious or realistic about it. You're going to have many projects. Only a few will be standing, Kumas. And if you haven't heard it, I'm the first to tell you. And if you don't believe it, we don't need to debate it, because Father will tell us both. Time is master. Okay? So with that being said, is everybody's going to have their speculation, their thoughts, their ideas about which way they think these things are heading. Okay? But if I have ideas, speculations, and thoughts that have not been wrong so far, Kumas, we have been, we have grew and developed with all. That's why I have a little bit of piece of love for all of these projects. Because by coming in as a paper hand, I had my experience with Do, Shiba, Kuma. And it's like, wow, it's all of these. So it's great. It's great to understand that. So with that guy, you look at his profit, you look at what he lost, right? Not, yeah, he lost it. That's how I felt. You know what it was? And I'm glad I read his story because I came in. If you're here for the first time, hit the notification bells. Comment Kuma Klan Diamond Hands. Diamond Hands. Please subscribe. Kuma Klan. Kuma Klan. And if you look at this, right, this is what's very important. If you were here, you understand. You could be thinking like, wow, he just said he went through that. I went through that on a small scale with these projects, selling out for a profit. You have people in the market who have never lost, who have just sold out for profits. You have your day traders who come in who's never lost, you just sold out, and you see the profits. But sometimes, because you have an eye for seeing the projects, like, oh, I think this is good, and it keeps happening over and over and over. You're like, oh wow, I mean, I'm pretty good at this. But what happened is, you can be good at picking the right crypto to be next up. Because I called Shiba Inu. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Now it broke the internet. AMC, and it can go on and on. A little Oxygen rise, and but it's like these. You can have the gift to do that. Oh, okay, I'm good. I'm good at picking cryptos and stocks. I'm pretty freaking good. Like, I don't know. But I don't know if it's energy, or maybe it's good luck, or maybe it's luck streak, or maybe I'm on a lucky winning streak or something. Whatever it is, whatever, the job is done. Until the job is not done, it's like we can speculate how it's getting done, but it just keeps getting done. So, but the thing is, you can't control emotion. So, all right, I pick a good stock, I paper hand out. I paper hand. Did I lose? No, paper. What I mean by that is, to explain the financial differences of the growth I would be at now is just astronomical, dude. We're talking thousands. We're talking a difference of 40,000. That's paper hands loses that much money. Yes, Kumas. And it's something that's like, what? Because you hear these stories. Oh, he spent 9,000. He spent 2,000. He guy's a millionaire now. You heard about the guys with the Doge. They spent 8,000 and they got 8 million back or 6, whatever the number was. It's just these ridiculous numbers. You're like, wow, that's crazy. Because these people only really, and all of these stories has one thing in common. It's about one project. It was about one project. They didn't say they became millionaires off a diversified portfolio. No, they just got in one project, and that's really So, because you have to hold coin in that project for a long time. Okay, it's just realistic. You can look at numbers, bro. That's your day traders. I come into these stocks. I come into the Kuma. I come into the Hina. I come into the Doge. I come into the Bitcoin. You're looking at percentages moving now. So if I invest in the Bitcoin, I'm not really looking at the coin I put my money into because I didn't buy a whole Bitcoin. I'm looking at the percentage. Even if I do invest in the Bitcoin right now and buy, and say if I had the money and I can buy a whole Bitcoin, I'm not seeing that coin double anytime soon. So I'm more like seeing stability. I'm not gonna see this volatility. I'm not going to see these things, because it's more of a stability at this point. I'm not going to see Bitcoin double. I don't see Bitcoin hit 100,000 by the end of the year. And I'm going to say that again. And guess who's going to decide who or what is going to occur? Time. Because it is November, December. And, that's it. We had a bunch of speculators say it was. You have some of the best crypto guys. I've been saying for the year, I don't see it. You got famous guys, went to school, and they all said it's going to be 100,000. I'm saying now I don't see it. And guess what? Well, he has these degrees, Okay, we're going to find out very soon. And that is time, So with that being said is this. Shiba Inu. Pump up, drop down, long period of consolidation, pump up, consolidate, shoot up. Great. Little pullback. Okay, great. Hina Inu. Okay. Oh, I saw holders right there. Some holders and stuff, yeah. And the Hina Inu thing right here. Okay, let's get the price thing here. Okay. We have your pump up. We have your little slump, your shoot up, and I'm seeing consolidation. And looking at this chart, guys, waiting for another shoot up with this. Okay. I'm seeing a shoot up coming here. I'm definitely seeing a shoot up. I'm not seeing, and what I say about this, I'm not seeing a shoot up and a shoot back down. Projects have done this. We have been on projects. I've been on projects done it. Because what I'm seeing, this period of consolidation gives me market sentiment, how people feel about this project. You got a lot of people holding. I looked at the reward system, things of that nature. We're looking at the resistance line. being over the 30. I've said it a couple times that this thing is holding great over the 30. So we look at things like that, you know, holding over the 30. 24 hours, you're seeing the little sell off, you're seeing, but the overall stability is still maintained over the 30 with this project. So, that being said, new listings coming, and it maintains its stability and its growth. New listings come in, it shoots up. We have it record breaking. We need to break some resistance levels. Now, resistance levels, as far as, I said, we mentioned support levels. So I said that a couple times. Support level, 30, 30. Major resistance level for Kuma Inu. And the reason I went back to, I love this overall chart. I like looking at it because it's right in front of your face. We're looking at our major support level at 30, and we're looking at a major resistance level at 50. It's right there. It's very, so this next listing that they get and different things of that nature as the holders grow, which is going to occur through listings and stuff, spreading awareness, social media campaigns, things of that nature. I can definitely see it breaking that resistance level and definitely surpassing its all-time high during this next run. Okay, it's definitely going to pass its all-time high during this next run and possibly burn a zero with that. Okay, during its next major run. So that's basically what we have for today, guys. I'm gonna keep you updated a little bit later. Give you some updates on some new listings coming in, possibly for Hina, possibly for the Kuma. Just gonna give you some, just give